Gas stoves could soon get 86th from kitchens across the country going forward. The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commissioner is considering a ban on the appliances for new builds. It says those appliances can be a source of indoor pollution, sometimes linked to childhood asthma.
But also the gas, no gas lines in new construction. Is that about fossil fuels, or is it about... Sorry, I'm getting in trouble.
No, that's short answer. It's about climate change, because methane is 80 times more powerful than CO2 when it comes to heating up the planet. So big time, but in small spaces, it's personal health.
I really thought about why people do not like the elites at the World Economic Forum, or the elites that constantly come with global solutions for global problems, ignoring the specific needs of various regions. And I think I summarized it to 2 points. Number one, they only want to take. They never want to give. Like, they want to take stuff. Apparently now they're coming for gas stoves. They want to take the ability of people to move around freely by going after their cars. So it's all about taking. And the secondly is the hypocrisy, because when you look at how they're living their life, they do have gas stoves. They do not live the way they preach for other people. I mean, yachts, for example, are a big polluter, and there's almost no regulation that I know of which is trying to get yachts to be banned. And then it's not just the hypocrisy and the fact that they want to take, but it's also the lies that they spread, right? Like the concern trolling, as we call it on the internet. Oh, we're so concerned about your health. Your grandma had a gas stove. Your great-grandma had a gas stove. I don't know if your great-great-great-grandma had one. But like, all of a sudden, they have decided that it's bad for your health and you're not allowed to have it. Right? Because you may have a child. You may possibly have an infant. It's not good for them. It was good for you when you're an infant, but it's not good for them. So that gives them asthma, right? So because of the great concern and compassion from the elites, they have decided that they are going to wage war on the gas stoves. However, there is one man, there is one troll that sits into their path, and that is Desantis.
We're also doing permanent sales tax exclusions on all baby necessities, including cribs and strollers. It's hard enough raising kids as it is. Now you get baby food, diapers, wipes, the whole baby clothes, the whole shebang, including things like cribs and strollers, which are very, very expensive. So that is going to be permanently tax-free in the state of Florida. We're also doing a permanent exclusion on all over-the-counter pet medications, because they're parts of our families too, and these are things that you need to do, so that's going to give a lot of Floridians relief. And then we just added, because I think it needs to be done, no tax permanently on gas stoves. They want your gas stove, and we're not going to let that happen. And we're not even a state. The way Florida was built, a lot of this wasn't even connected to gas lines. You got a lot of electric stuff. But it's just the principle of, this is ridiculous that they do want to go after it. They got blowback, so they kind of had to back off. They want to go after the gas stoves, and so we're saying, we want you to be able to buy those free of charge from the state of Florida.
Now, the thing that I love the most about that is tax cuts. Tax cuts are always better than gibs. Gibs means that the government is taking money from some people and giving it to some others. Usually, it's taking money from you. But tax cuts just means that the government isn't taking money. So if the government doesn't take money, then the companies can afford to lower prices. Finally, what I love the most is talking about gas stoves. It sounds pretty ridiculous, doesn't it? It sounds very fucking ridiculous. Out of all the problems, out of all the things that the government is concerned about, it's what's in your house and what's in your kitchen. Remember when it used to be what happens in someone's bedroom is not your concern? Well, apparently what happens in your kitchen is the government's concern now. And there is a lot of backlash. I've seen the fact checkers fact-checking. It's like, no, they're not coming for your gas stoves. It's like, well, maybe you should fact-check Twitter, because I've seen a lot of accounts that had absolutely no activity all of a sudden being very ideologically possessed about going after gas stoves. Just like that, like a snappy, overnight. Like they have their entire ideology fixated on how evil the gas stove is. And usually the arguments are like, oh, it's bad for your health. Oh, it lowers your IQ. Like, I appreciate your concern. Now, kindly shut the fuck up. I don't even have a gas stove, by the way. But the idea that, like, some politician is concerned about what I installed in my house is very concerning. Let me know what you guys think, though. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. And if you like this channel, please consider subscribing or giving a super thanks. Would appreciate that as well.